Isn't that what the...
So I gotta have faith.
Oh, it's faith. That's right. Faith.
My roommate, who claimed who insisted he wasn't gay, would go, "That's the greatest album of the 1980s." Also, I'm not gay. Also, I'm allowed to. My gay friends say I'm allowed to call you guys fags. And he used to also say, "Hey, all my gay friends gave me permission. I'm an honorary gay. You guys, so I can call you guys fags."
He would say that?
Yeah,
That's
and
really
then he would
weird.
also watch gay porn and be like, "I'm not
hey,
gay."
Dude, just call us fags. Like, it's cool, man.
Well,
we accept you. Like,
no, we used to kind of say that to him, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not gay. It's not like I'm gay."
There's this kid.
He'd be like, "Look at that guy's cock."
I went to high school with this kid, and he was a grade ahead of me, but he was in like the theater thing, and I met him through another kid I met through theater named Lance, who like,
of course,
but turned me into the dumb pothead hipster I am today.
His parents blessed him with that lifestyle when he gave him his name.
That's his middle name.
So
no,
he ran.
no,
Okay,
Lance,
that makes sense.
I mean, in South Carolina.
Okay.
When you saw him, people thought he was gay, but he wasn't. He's not at all. Although he also almost finished cosmetology school and cut my hair for years.
Well, that's like shampoo.
It's not even about
I'd go to
him.
cosmetology school just for the pussy. I went to a cosmetology fucking...
Well, he went to the tech.
Conference.
I saw the options.
Yeah, but still.
I'd say the best one
they
he
have
did
these
capitalize
conventions.
on. I mean, he didn't care that much. He just wanted a job. And then he stopped. Like, he got done. Anyways. But the kid in high school, he was, like, really good friends with Lance. And they were, like, childhood friends. And he... like years ago came out of the closet and like married a man and everything, but like he used to do such weird shit. He like talk about girls being hot and stuff, but then also be like, if Lance was a girl, he'd totally let me play with his boobs. And Lance would just be like, if I was a girl, yeah, dude, I'd be a slut. But like that's just kind of how Lance is. Like
that's how guys.
He's
that's
just
how
being
all
goofy.
guys say.
Yeah, exactly. And then he'd be like, yeah, he let me feel all over him and like shit like that. It was so weird,
dude.
It was crazy weird. And the funny thing is that like, I remember thinking it was weird, but not even thinking like, dude, this kid's gay. Like I just remember being like, this is kind of a weird thing. Like, and for me it's just so weird. That's how like strange it was and under the radar. It wasn't.
But this was in Connecticut. My story's my guy is in New Haven, Connecticut. There's no reason for him to be in the closet at all. But he was doing it to be a fucking douchebag. I mean, he was basically doing it. He would. Dude, we were watching heavy metal. This kid was just hilarious. He should have been a comic, but he never did. But we were watching heavy metal parking lot, and there were these dudes just like fucking, you know, they're watching. They're getting ready for a Judas Priest concert, and they're just getting drunk in the '80s with their mullets and shit. They're like, punk rock is for losers. It's all metal for life, you know. And then I go, what do you think that guy would do if he found out that Rob Halford was gay? And then my roommate goes, suck his cock. Yeah, I just walk right into we had to share a computer. I'd walk right in and he'd be watching like gay porn.
He's just like, I'm not fucking gay.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking gay. But he's not gay. But that's not gay.
There's this my ex was really into like, I guess she probably still is, into like the makeup tutorial YouTuber video things. And there's this one dude named what's his name?
Is this the guy that's like a superstar?
Yeah, he's very famous. Jeffree Star. Yeah. And like he's got like tattoos everywhere and he like does these videos and he's got a boyfriend who claims to be a straight man. But it's like they have dogs together and like they kiss, but Jeffree's whole thing is that he's like, I guess, non-binary. I mean, I think it's more or less he's like, I just don't care. Like, he doesn't like get offended if somebody called him a girl or a him or a whatever. But I'm not really sure what his boyfriend is just like, no, dude, I'm a straight guy. Like, Jeffree isn't a man. Like,
I don't know, dude. I've seen fucking
Money can buy love, I guess, or that dude is just like.
When this whole thing first started, not transgender people, but the like the hipster,
when all these bullshit artists started putting on.
Yeah, I'm talking about when the bullshit artists started, and then there would be like girls, there'd be like hot, there'd be like fucking super girl, like girls that look like models, and it was brand new to me. They'd be like, "Oh, I identify as he," and I literally said to this girl like, "Oh, I identify as gay." Immediately, fucking said it because I didn't know. She didn't give no indication.
You know what I was thinking?
She just looked like a model.
All right,
with short hair.
I was thinking about this the other day, and you can weigh in. So, like, for non-binary people, they don't really identify as male or female, right?
Yeah, but I don't.
So, just kind of, I guess this is just kind of like a thought train. I know that you're not, like, more educated than me necessarily.
No,
but
it was
like,
on the DSM.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to respect it.
But, like, so wouldn't that mean that they would have to be asexual because they, like, you know, like
asexual is a real thing. I accidentally went out with an asexual girl.
I believe that, but like, would a non-binary person have to be asexual because like your genitals?
Or they would say they're polyamorous, or they would say
like
they would have a whole new identifier to put on top of that.
Because like I mean, to begin with, your genitals are what define your gender, and then it's like what you identify if you make that realization. And then you hate your penis if you're a like trans man, you know, you're like this thing is not what I want.
Yeah.
So like if you're either way, it's like I don't know.
But they're not trans.
No, I know. I was just thinking
they just don't believe in gender.
But they're okay with getting their dick hard because that's like that's a man thing.
I guess I don't fucking know.
Okay.
That's why I think it's just pretentious. It's like when I was a kid. It was cool to say you were bisexual. It was edgy. And then that just lost its edge.
That was called fucking gay, dude. That was called some queer shit.
But if you were like an alt kid, if you were like into like Jane's Addiction and shit.
I'm bi, check out my eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly. I have earrings in both ears.
Do you think I should do a stud or a hoop?
I got a hoop in one ear and a stud in the other.
No, mine is like, wow, bi, you're a fag. Look at my fucking snake bite tattoos.
Exactly.
My monster.
That was the thing. There's still girls in the Midwest. When I left Champaign, like last year, there were two girls in Champaign that used to think it was cool to tell people they were lesbians.
I mean, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, but they weren't.
They weren't even like phase lesbians. Like in college, they got
maybe
their
they
heart
did,
broken.
but one of them had a boyfriend. They weren't really for real. They weren't actually lesbian.
I worked with
couples.
these two girls that like were dating, and I think it's just really funny because like the one girl was just clearly like straight and just in like total phase.
Yeah.
Because like you would hear the other one talk about how like she would act like super uncomfortable.
Well, I'm always looking for the opposite phase. I'm looking for the girl who's a lesbian, but we just wants to make sure.
That's too much pressure.
I know. I wish I probably could have done it when I was younger because I was a little more.
Or if she doesn't like it, then you're fucking dyke.
Well, when I was younger, I was a little
What do you know?
more. I was a little more. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking? Yeah, my dick is small enough to pass for a clit.
No way.
But what's the androgynous? I was a little more androgynous when I was younger, so I can get away with it.
Oh, you mean bi? You fucking queer.
Androgynous. I mean, I didn't have a lot of facial hair. You know,
yeah.
I didn't have this receding hairline.
No, I was androgynous growing up too. I have thick eyelashes. I'm serious, especially whenever I was like a little kid.
I think you could probably get yourself a lesbian now. You should probably grab that.
Oh
shit
no,
while you still
dude!
can.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that girl loved me? Like they. I don't remember what happened to her, but she would flirt with me so hard, and it's just because I kind of look like a girl.
But I don't think anybody who identifies as
Trans looks like
genderqueer
a girl.
or
I'm just
well, I did my first experience with trans people there's a transgender porn star named Jasmine Jules, and I had to help her move a couch.
Did you have a Jewel still?
I watched a
She
video.
post-op.
I watched a video.
I guess post-op probably wasn't.
She's
a
got a
thing back
Jules.
then.
She's got a cock and big old fake titties.
Does it get hard?
Yes, she's a porn star.
And then she fucks with it? That's
Yes.
so weird, dude.
I saw a video. I was kind of mortified.
It's kind of dope.
But she was actually kind of nice when I met her, though. I helped her move a couch. Dude, she kept calling me a fag. And here's the thing. I was moving this couch. I couldn't get through a door. She, like, knocked me out of her way and lifted it herself. Then when we got it in there, I noticed
like,
there was a stain.
fucking
It was
fag.
leather, and I noticed there was a stain on it. She goes, oh, it's a cum stain.
You should have been like, oh, I thought it was period blood, you fucking dyke. And then just like pushed her down some stairs because she's a menace.
She bought us lunch. And there
Oh,
was
that's
another
sweet.
there was another trans porn star, and this one I totally fucking was head over heels with until I got back.
I saw her dick.
No, yes, until I got back and I looked her up online, and not just a dick.
And then I was just knees
she had
over
shades
heels.
off. When she had shades on, you couldn't see her eyes, but I realized why she had shades on. I thought it was just because we were outside. But when she took the shades off, like you could see the man's
She
eyes.
had man eyes.
She had man eyes. It was like a man was trapped inside that body with those triple D breasts.
Whoa.
And she was such a diva. I mean, it was like some kind of Jennifer Lawrence. Like we walked outside to eat, right? And
Although,
somebody
dude,
had
I
a to-go thing, like sitting. She just picked it up and then just dropped it on the sidewalk. I was like, total diva move. They're like, yeah, I just bought this loft and we're gonna make porn movies in it. She's like, they're like going like, I'm gonna make you eat dog food and then fuck you in the ass. Say all that shit to me. They kept calling me gay boy and shit. But they bought me lunch and shit.
How
cool.
How did you get in this situation to help this
I used-
lady move a couch?
I met a girl. I picked up a girl at a poetry reading whose client was the feature performer, and he's apparently a very nice guy, and all his prostitutes. This is why I hated that movie Hustlers with J-Lo. They act like women are just in it for the fucking cash, and that all these men are suckers. It's not quite how it works. This guy was there. He had like 3 different fucking whores in the audience, and I didn't know it. And I just was drunk, and then I just was gaming, and I just picked up fucking 3 women who were all prostitutes. I didn't know. I took one of them home. The next morning, she told me she was a prostitute, and then I ended up being friends with her, and we ended up doing stuff.
Did you have to
swap.
pay her?
No,
Oh,
I just ended up being. And so I wasn't a member of SWAP because I'm not a sex worker, but it's a sex workers outreach project. I ended up doing a lot of volunteer work for prostitutes, and that was my introduction to feminism. It's through whores. I like whore-style feminism.
Whores. I like whores.
So anyways, she's a prostitute. So I'm friends with a prostitute.
Right.
A couple prostitutes. Well, I think she's a social worker now. I think she graduated college, but
I thought you were going to say socialist.
she was a libertarian when I met her.
Ew.
I think I talked her out of that. But anyways,
That's gross.
yeah, so